Welcome back to another episode of Tides of Change. Each video takes a dozen hours to bring to life, so it would really help the channel if you could leave a like. And remember, members get early access to the next episode. Now then, back to the story. You are up against Brackus, a golden fur Kong.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why the Morgana took an interest in hiring Brackus. First off, Hyacinth, you took a backhanded punch from a very angry Brackus. Thankfully, he didn't use his deliverance with double his strength, but you have swollen wings and a slightly bent antenna, and you're not going to be able to fly for a few weeks because it hurts. Like, it hurts to beat your wings. So you're going to have to ride on someone's shoulder for a bit. You didn't take any serious damage, no broken bones or anything like that. You took quite a whack, but again, you have a much higher aura density than the others because of your small size, and they are much more when it comes to the amount of spirits that they can contain. Next up, Spira. You have a fracture in your jaw as well as a loose tooth, so eating is going to be hard for a while. Your tooth is not fully dislodged, so it can heal. You've got medical knowledge, so you'll know how to treat it. But yeah, the fractured jaw, that's gonna suck for a bit. You did get punched in the face. And took it like a
She did get punched in the face, yeah.
You took it like a jab. That was a badass move because that was a deliverance and hard punch.
Yeah.
Sylaris,
Yeah.
you were the least scathed. You only have a few scratches from when you had to roll out of the way when Brackus was about to stomp on top of you. So you took a few scratches. However, you have voice crack. You notice that your throat has been taking a bit of damage from using your primal abilities above water for so long. You speculate that it might be that you have to return to the ocean water every once in a while because your natural spirits tend to regather slower in your vocal cords when you're outside of water. So this is not a nerf to your character, but I am factoring in your connection with the sea. However, once you get back in the sea, it'll be much more effective when you're underwater. In particular, like when you're in the ocean, you'll be in your element.
So.
Exactly. Nick, you took a deliverance punch to the gut from Brackus. Remember, it shattered one of your swords and sent you flying backwards and practically destroyed your aura, went through your imbuement and hit you winded you.
Yeah.
You have 5 broken ribs. That was a very nasty punch. But
fair.
Yeah, some mild internal bleeding, but nothing that Spira can't handle. Sorry that you're the punching bag of this campaign, but that was a very unfortunate roll.
I know.
Thank gosh you took aura and imbuement.
Started off beat up. I learned my lesson from the first time.
That was the bad news. Besides the fact that 8 unicorn children are still missing. Good news, quite a big level up. So the way I want to do this is I want to reward you guys based on stuff you've done, but then also give you the flexibility to level up something as well. So starting with Hyacinth, you will get +2 to your stamina because of just how much spell casting and physical activity your character has been doing. You are gaining 1 to intelligence because you are using your abilities in a very clever ways, like when you did the thunderclap to wake everybody up, when you use the needle to snipe that one part of the vampire, because your your Kilrathi horn staff still has the weight of the full-sized staff, so it's very dangerous when it's chucked as a tiny needle size, but it's got momentum, right? So you're using your stuff in clever ways. So +1 to intelligence as well as 1 to resolve, because you just took a backhanded from a Kong. So
I am so powered up.
Yeah, so you get 2 to stamina, 1 to int, and 1 to resolve, +2 to any other attributes that you want. Like I said, this is a big level up. So everybody's going to get a total of 6 to their stats.
Wow.
Yeah, so I will...
Good.
Taylor, have you updated your character sheet?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna put the other 2 into dexterity, or 1 for dexterity and 1 for strength. Yes.
Cool. All right, next on my rewards list is Spira. You did incredibly well focusing on your character's direction to want to save the children and everything, despite what the rest of the team wanted when you dived into the pack of Kongs. You get +2 to composure, 2 to resolve, and 2 to anything else that you want.
I'm gonna do stamina 1 and composure 1 extra.
Next up on the stats rewards, Sylaris, you get, again, you were very, very clever in that fight where you tried to turn Brackus against the other. So I'm going to give you 2 to charisma, 1 to manipulation, and 1 to composure, and then 2 you can distribute any way you want.
Okay, 1 in dexterity and 1 in strength.
Okay, nice. Nyx, you, again, are a bit of a punching bag here. But you're doing a really nice blend of physical and magic playstyles. So you're going to get 2 to resolve, 1 to stamina, because my goodness, do you need it with the amount of attacks you're taking, and 1 to charisma as well.
Oh my god.
You already did mine.
Oh, no, don't worry. There's more rewards coming. Like I said, this is a big level up. Hyacinth, you get a level up in your Arcana, Perception, and Spirit Sense. I'm introducing the advantage and disadvantage mechanic to skills. So your Spirit Sense now has gained advantage. Whenever you do a Spirit Sense, you roll 2d20s and pick whichever one is higher. So you can imagine this is getting pretty scary.
Powerful little fae.
Spira, you get to level up your skill in Perception, Acrobatics, and add in a new skill, Dagger, with a specialty in crit. Based on what you just did in that previous fight. So the specialty gives you +2 on the rolls with that. So right now it'll basically be +4 when you use your dagger. Lael, you get a level up in your acrobatics, your head tentacles, and deception with advantage.
Oh, wow. 3 then. Oh, nice.
All right. Nyx, you level up your arcana and your martial skill, and you'll notice that that's not the same as everybody else, and there's a reason for that. Okay, did you level it up? Oh, sorry, I didn't see. Yeah, arcana and your martial skill. So this will basically apply to your
martial skill.
This will basically be added to your attacks, both magical and physical. Now, the reason you didn't get a third ability level up with specialty or advantage is because briefly after that fight, you feel a sensation throughout your body as a third tail springs forth.
What? No way!
You notice that this was different to when the second tail appeared via the sword. You actually remember the feeling from when you gained your first tail. You were naturally close to gaining your second tail without the sword.
Oh my god.
So you were already getting close to your second tail before you got the sword. The sword just pushed it over the edge. Yes, you have unlocked your second primal ability, which is the Foxfire. Congratulations, you can now spew the Azure Flame.
Oh my god. I can finally do Foxfire.
Yes. Your character now has 3 tails, which is going to take a while to get used. You just barely got used to having a second tail. It's only been like a week.
I know.
It's like you took years waiting for your first tail and your second tail, and then suddenly you get 2 in a week. But that's how it was. It was actually funny because I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, your character would have naturally already been close to 2.
I'm just getting tails so fast.
Yeah. Let me just say, the 4th tail is going to take a little bit more. Like, your sword is absorbing spirits, but it's not going to be anytime soon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Congrats, everybody. You just got a huge power spike. Everybody got something good there. However, everybody is injured, so we're going to pick off where we left. So you've just completed the fight. Pretty much everybody is drop dead exhausted. Morgana and her brother simply walked away from the fight, having watched everything that went down and had a few choice words with you guys. The 2 vampire siblings simply left. While you succeeded in your victory, you still realize that you've only partially won in rescuing the children. 4 out of the 12 remain here. The other 8 are nowhere to be found. So you must decide what it is that you're going to do now. You guys are in the forest and you're at the camp. There are 5 dead Kongs and 1 unconscious one who was hit in the back of the head after I believe it was Sylaris's psychosis knocked out one of them. Brackus is nowhere to be seen. He bailed very quickly. He bailed after your guys' fire tornado combo. Everybody's injured. Everybody's exhausted. What do you guys do?
He almost died.
Yeah, your gut doesn't feel so good.
We need rest. We can't keep going on like this.
I'm gonna find us.
I know. I'm just on the ground in pain.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a stump to crawl to, and then just lean on it.
Yeah, you have to walk now, Hyacinth. So you're walking along the ground, and everything from this level doesn't look so great.
I'm so tired and hurt. You can
So
sit on my
afraid
shoulder.
I'm so afraid someone's gonna step on me.
Yeah, you have to jump side to
We're
side.
gonna need a safe place.
Can I just reach with my tentacles and put Hyacinth on my shoulder?
Hyacinth, you want to let Sylaris do that?
Because you can't fly up there.
Kind of pushes away your tentacles. Please use your hand.
Okay, then my hand.
Okay, so the battlefield it's quite a mess because you guys unleashed a literal fire tornado. Also, Hyacinth, while you're sitting on Sylaris' shoulders, you hear a purring sound coming from behind you as the Ember Lion leaps out of your shadow, and this little black kitten with orange glowing eyes is on the floor looking at everybody, and it goes meow meow.
Oh, she reaches to go pet it, but she can't because she's on the shoulder.
It had landed next to one of the dead bodies of the Kongs. It looks towards the dead body and goes meow as suddenly it expands in size, and the shadow that is part of the Ember Lion engulfs the entire body of the Kong, and it melts into the shadow. The Ember Lion kit belches a little bit, like, and then climbs back into your shadow. You don't have to worry about feeding this thing for weeks.
Very quickly just pulls out a wing to make sure the kids don't see that.
You've got some children that are a bit traumatized, a bit scared, but they are much more relaxed, and most of them are still clinging to Spira. Oh, yeah. Spira, would you like to do some apothecary rolls to, like, check on the children and the piety? Please do a roll.
Yeah. I needed that plus 11. How many rolls do I do, or do I only do one?
You can do one more. Nice. So yeah, you check the children and they seem to be mostly fine. One of the younger boys seems to have a rope rash on his wrists from trying to break free and helping the others. However, most of the children seem uninjured. The party though, the party though is in not so great condition. Sylaris has a few scrapes on her arms and shoulders. However, it's Hyacinth and Nyx that you are a bit more worried about. And your jaw. You notice that you can feel your face swelling already. You've applied some herbal mixture to help like numb the pain and everything. However, it's going to be a bit more tricky making a support for Nyx. So you decide to wrap the bandages around their waist in such a way that it will hopefully minimize the movement of the ribs. Yeah, you tell Nyx to breathe from their stomach, not from their chest, so that your abdomen, you're breathing from you're doing belly breathing to minimize the movement around your ribs. Okay, let's see. Who's going to press? You're in walking condition. What do you want to do while everybody else is being treated by Spira?
I think I should look into the jar of Kong blood I have, because it seemed that it has some kind of regenerative properties, and maybe I can come up with a medicine to help the others.
Okay, so you want to use alchemy on it?
Yes, I want to use my alchemy.
Okay, so with alchemy, there are 3 core principles. There's purification, transformation, and transfer. In this case, you will want to use purification to distill the quality that you're looking for. So give me, it'll be a resolve and composure roll because it's a magic roll. You manage to distill down the blood into its essence. However, you notice that it is deeply personal. Is the results of your purification, is you understand that this process that the Kongs have is very much linked to their being, that the spirits involved in this healing process, it's almost similar to what you saw with the demon process, where the demon was also showing regenerative properties, where it was burning spirits. In this case, it seems far less violent in comparison, but a very similar mechanic in the sense that the spirits are sacrificed in order to rejuvenate the flesh. That's the takeaway that you get about this. You still have about half a vial of Brackus's blood left. Okay, let's see. Here is doing apothecary things. Nyx, after you've been treated, what is it that you'd like to do?
Yes, that's right. There's loot. I'm gonna check.
Give me investigation.
Come on.
Maybe. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
As you're searching around, you notice that there are no weapons here. It seems the Kongs like to fight with the good old fisticuff, but you do find travel supplies. So there's food, there's drink, there's wine.
Darn it.
There's also payment for these mercenaries. So each body, out of the 6, there's one less body thanks to the Ember Lion, but there's 40 gold on each of the Kongs, which was their cut. So you guys get, instead of 6, you get 5 now.
Good kitty.
Yeah, sorry, your cat ate 40 gold.
And my kitty's hungry. That's okay. Kitty was hungry. Kitty didn't know better.
I mean, it might spit out the inedibles later. Just remember to search when it does vomit that back out. Just remember to search it for the gold. But yeah, for now there's 200 gold worth. There was supposed to be 240.
Search that poop for that gold.
But yeah, there's 200 gold available now. 240 maybe later. But now there's 200.
Seriously got ripped by the old man for the Kirati horn. They had more gold than we got for 2 Kirati horns.
To be fair, these are unicorns. They're an endangered species. This is quite a lot of gold.
Okay.
And they are kids, so
Yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
when you're searching the pockets, you find that one of them is still unconscious, which means that they could wake up at any moment. You don't know when. And you also find a note talking about give the horses to the fishies. That's all the note says.
That's what the note says.
Yes. Give the horses to the fishies.
Do the fish.
The bone fishies. Sorry, to be specific. The bone fishies. That's the result of your investigation. What would you like to do with the unconscious Kong? Because
Bone fishies.
Put them in sleep forever.
Tie him up.
Sylaris is like murder.
Yes.
I think Spira is of the same notion. Normally she's not.
Them.
Tie him up for information.
Yeah, we can interrogate them first. Well, I don't have anything in intelligence, so I have 0. So it makes sense.
Hyacinth, what is it that you would like to do while perched on Sylaris' shoulder? Because you're watching all of this go down. Spira tries to bend your antenna back into place.
I'm sorry, but it will heal faster this way. I'm
Tired.
I'm really sorry.
That's my sensing.
It'll feel better soon.
Yeah, Dr. Wolfenstein was a good teacher, but he didn't teach you the inner workings of a Fey antenna. So you're trusting your instinct on this one.
Please don't break it.
You've got a spare.
But I'm not. I'm being really careful.
But yeah, Hyacinth, what is it that you would like to do?
I'm just kind of like crying. Crying is in because it hurt.
Your wings, you can feel like your heartbeat pumping in your wings, so you know that they were damaged. You know when you can sometimes like feel your heartbeat when you take a bump somewhere. It's kind of like that.
Dolores, will I be able to fly again?
Yes, of course. You are in good hands. No.
Spira?
I mean,
Yeah,
Spira.
Spira
Spira knows what she is doing.
Nyx, you're tying them up, and Sylaris is like sharpening their knife, ready to cut their throat. Should they do anything? Should this Kong do anything wrong? Right.
Yeah,
You guys,
you should
Don't you
interrogate
think we
him.
should be asking if they
Why
have
not?
any other information
it's still
on
unconscious.
the unicorn children before you kill him? Can we
Well,
at least
I
ask
just let them
questions
into consciousness.
before you kill him? If he doesn't have any information, then just head.
As long as he doesn't leave, I'm happy.
You tie him up against the nearby tree. However, he still hasn't woken up, and you guys are hungry and exhausted. There is a nice supply of food because there were 7 Kongs here, so they eat a lot. There's a lot of fruits, meat, and drink. You guys have a mini feast ready if you can restart the fire. Nyx, third tail still feels a bit weird.
Oh, this is perfect practice for my new abilities. I still tried to get used to the second one. Now I have a third one.
All right.
Can I use my foxfire to restart the fire?
Yes, you can. You remember the position that the hand shape that everybody used in that battle you were in when the Foxfire unit unleashed all of their flames, when Haruka used it in front of you. So yeah, memories of Haruka flash in your mind and you remember the hand symbol even if you don't want to remember. But yes, you feel what few spirits you have left after this battle and this endurance day gathers up in the palm of your hand, and as you're pulling your hands apart, the flame itself expands. What do you do with it? You're holding this blue azure flame within your hand. There is still the original fireplace where the camp was before, but it has been extinguished.
Fire! I'm just kidding.
I was gonna relit the fireplace, the little fire area again.
Okay.
Now that I can. So then we'll actually have warmth and we can have warm food if we need to.
Perfect. So everybody, you see Nyx's, when their hands part, a blue azure flame appears between the palms of their hands. And as they put one hand forward, this blue flame shoots out. It's very small because you don't have many spirits left, but this tiny blue flame leaps out of your hand and jumps right into the fire pit. There is not much wood left after your fire tornado, but the few pieces of coals and wood that are there recatch light, and with adding some simple logs to the flames, it'll glow big. It'll grow bigger. But you do notice that it stays azure blue, so it's a very unnatural looking flame for everyone else, but it still emanates heat, because foxfire is unique in the sense that it only burns that which you want it to burn. And in this case, you want it to provide warmth for everyone. So it would technically be capable of burning everyone, but it provides warmth to everyone as well. If you were to use this on your allies without wanting to harm them, it would surround them in flames, but it would do no damage to them. It's a very unique type of fire. The other fire-wielding species don't have flames like this.
Friendly fire is disabled.
Everybody, you're about to pass out from hunger and exhaustion. So how are we going to do this? Should we do a survival skill roll? Yeah, let's just do a survival skill. Either intelligence or wit. You can pick whichever one you want. We're just going to make this a general, like, party roll, recovery roll. Everybody rolled like not so great except for Hyacinth. So Hyacinth is in charge of cooking duties.
What? I'm so tiny.
Yeah, you have to get back down on the floor to do it as well. Yeah. Hyacinth, the Ember Lion.
Smallest little Fae in charge of cooking for the whole team.
The Ember Lion kitten leaps out of your shadow again and assists you in this. You got this Ember Lion that's helping you bring food across to the fire and everything. It purrs very happily when the two of you sit down and enjoy your own food. It's already digesting the meal that it claimed earlier. So it's just happy and purring, and you've got like a fluffy, warm bed to lie against. It's too small for everybody else to enjoy at the moment, but yeah. You guys got to give it a name. I think you named it last time, but I can't remember.
I love this cat.
What did you name it? Don't think I wrote it down.
Did we name it?
I don't think we did name it.
I also don't think we named it.
No, we haven't. Yeah, when you come up with a name,
Yeah.
let me know.
Haven't. It has to be a cool name.
But the Kong that you tied up is still unconscious, even after you guys are resting. The children are also eating some of the fruits. You notice that they don't really go after the meats. The unicorns seem to be mostly vegetarian. So yeah, they're eating most of the fruits and stuff that the Kong had gathered. Everybody else is enjoying their preferred meal. Anybody taking the alcohol?
No.
No.
Okay. Spira, you...
Oh, I need to numb my pain of my 5 broken ribs.
I knew it. You would not pass on the alcohol, of course.
That's fair. Let's see if you're going to be a sad drunk about Jiro again or not.
Oh my god, not the Jiro again.
I girls flashed through my head before.
Ours will have like.
I'm heading
you
you now
into
down.
the nearest water.
So Nyx has got a few of the bottles of alcohol to drink. Spira, you swipe some of the strongest stuff to save for a medical day when you actually need to do surgery. Having some strong antiseptic is not a bad idea. So you can add that to your inventory. You can add strong alcohol. Right. So who wants to take first watch? Because honestly, nobody really wants to in their current state.
I will.
Okay, but yeah, Sylaris, you're the best
I
physical
will
condition.
because yes, I'm in the best condition out of all of us. So yeah.
Should we roll for it?
If anybody wants to compete
Should I
with Sylaris
roll
for it.
for it? Because
Do y'all roll for it?
no, if I have to make a roll, I don't think it's a good idea knowing my luck.
So who wants to take first watch and who wants to just collapse?
Hyacinth wants to collapse.
Yeah, I will take the first watch.
Okay.
You should rest.
I
all
just
of your
want to
hands.
collapse with a bottle of alcohol, please.
Yeah, you down the bottle. It helps with the pain of your ribs and also gets rid of the force of that jerk. Yeah, you're actually, again, are keeping good eye on everybody. And oh my god, dude, wake up. Come on.
Wakey,
Did he
wakey.
suffer
time to go to
brain
school.
damage from that punch to the back of the head? What the heck? All right.
He's like, no, he's knocked out.
Oh, he dead.
All right, so the sun rises and nothing too uneventful happens in the evening. Everybody was expecting the Kong to wake up, including God. But no, he wants to sleep in. Yeah, so in this case, you guys hear a familiar chirping sound of the Sonwu when you guys were at the Sonwu's party, at Hiffa's party. That was it, Hiffa's party. So you
Huh.
you recognize the same of chirping sound that the Sonwu make as two Sonwu warriors enter into the camp and spot the group of you. They are all smiles and waves as soon as they see you guys, and they're like, oh. It is not
I'm still
Gin.
asleep.
Yeah, Spira, you are the only one awake right now.
I'm gonna nudge Hyacinth to wake them up and like, hello.
I don't wake up. Oh, can I roll?
Yep, you can. Perception roll. Just to wake up. Yeah,
Perception. That's a +5.
Nyx as well.
I guess I woke up.
Yeah, you. In fact,
You're wide awake.
you accidentally, in your sleep, activated your astral projection spell. And during your sleep, you were able to sort of explore the area around. And in the distance, you saw what looked like a village. However, just before you could investigate what that village was, you woke up to the sound of the two Sonwu entering the camp.
Oh,
That's because you rolled a crit.
I rolled a. You're right. She's about to explain, but then she
You
sees
roll like a nat
sees
20.
But then she sees the Wukong coming up, and she's like, "Hi!"
Oh, there you are.
Do you want to sit on my shoulder?
Oh yeah, you
Huh?
were curled up on the kitten.
Do you want to sit on my shoulder, Hyacinth?
Yes, please.
the
Don't let me go.
The ember kitten stretches as soon as you get up, and immediately, as it's stretching, leaps into your shadow.
My good kitty.
The Sonwu greet you guys. They're very, very happy to see you. They're glad that you're okay. And more importantly, they're ecstatic to see that there are some unicorn children that have been rescued. And they're just like, oh, you guys did wonderful. You guys did great. Thank you so much. Ging will be most relieved. You can see they're also a little bit nervous about angering the king. Do you guys have any questions for them? Nyx, you are partially awake. You sort of drunk, like you're recovering from the drinking, but yeah, you're still a bit tired. Sylaris, you are like just really want to sleep still, but you can force yourself awake if you want to ask questions.
I'm not really. I mean, I don't want to ask them questions. I'm just wondering what we should do with the kids because I don't think we should bring them with ourselves to find the remaining 8 because it's too dangerous. So I was just wondering, maybe we can just send them back home with the 2 Wukongs?
Is that what you say to them?
I mean, yes, half asleep.
Okay, so. And they're like,
You kids, Wukong, please take them back.
Can I like drunkenly point
something
to,
like that.
Can I drunkenly point to the Kong that's tied to the tree? Like he won't wake up. He's there.
okay.
Spira is just gonna glare.
He's like one there.
Like, what the heck happened to these guys?
These were some of King Kong's fastest scouts, by the way. The fact that they were able to catch up to you guys on ground when you flew here, it only took them a day to like make the distance. So they went here at full speed. They are 2 scouts that he'd sent out after you guys to find out what was happening with your group. But yeah, they are relieved to see you, and they will take the children back to Sanctuary. And they also have a little bit of information for you guys. So then, let's see. We traveled really fast. Ging was very specific that he wanted answers and fast. So yeah, we ran as fast as we could to get to you guys. And yes, we will take the children back with us. Ging will be most pleased to know that a third of his charge has returned. A good, great progress, guys. Great progress. Just the other 8 would be great. But as for on our side, it turns out that Ging is very, 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 very unhappy with the Teru kingdom. We might be on the verge of war. Yeah.
Who's the Teru King?
The Kongs. The Teru kingdom is one of the Kong's kingdoms. Most of us Sonwu are united under Ging. However, the Kongs tend to have quite a few dynasties that rise and fall, especially given how short-lived they are. They have short-lived dynasties as well. Currently, there is the kingdom of the Teru, and Ging basically blames them. That's the short end of it, because
I don't like them either.
It turns out that the current king of the Teru exiled one of their champions because he gained yellow fur. I'm not exactly sure what it means amongst them, but turns out the king was kind of scared and exiled one of their greatest champions. And yeah, that's caused civil unrest amongst the Kongs. And it turns out that that this champion of theirs is the one that was involved in this kidnapping. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that.
We don't come across them.
I don't think it was that great. We scared him off.
Wait.
We almost killed him, but he ran
We almost
away.
killed him twice.
You scared him
Yeah.
off, so he's still alive. Oh,
Unfortunately, yes.
Barely, but yes.
oh dear. You see both the Sonmu look at each other and they're just like, oh dear. Gin's gonna need to hear about this. I don't know if you guys know, but the Kong gets stronger every time they survive a fight. And the closer they get to death, the stronger their souls become. So, yeah, they basically live to fight. And if you nearly killed him twice and he still got away, I'm starting to understand why the king of Teru was a bit scared. The one jokes as he puts his hand behind the back of his head and is like, shit.
If he wants what's good for him, he's not gonna come anywhere close to me again.
Well, that's good for you. Not good for us if we mind him in the forest on our way back. But yeah,
Well, third time is the charm, so I'm sure we will be able to kill him the next time we see him.
the Terran King swears that he's
If
not
we
involved,
ever see
but
him.
Ging blames the king. So because he's caused trouble for everybody else by exiling this champion, this Brackus, and his warrior pack. Speaking of which, I see 4 dead Kongs here and one tied to a tree that the drunk Kitsune over there pointed to. Is this part of Brackus's pack?
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a 5th one,
We're dead
but
when we
it
got
disappeared.
It disappeared?
In Kitty's stomach.
Well, you know,
there.
Ember
Oh yeah,
Lions.
we have a kitty.
Amber lions are quite famous in our jungle, so yeah, that explains what happened. All right, but we can take this one back too, as they pat the unconscious Kong on the head. Like, Ging will be most pleased to see both the children and someone to be interrogated. The Monkey King's gonna have fun today, as they basically are offering.
Spira's just gonna grumble and hold on to her knife.
Whoa!
Um,
You.
but can you start interrogation here, guys? I think we need some information where to go next.
Well, we are scouts, so we did scout the area. If you got any questions, you can ask us.
Is there a village nearby?
Jim, what do you think? As he looks at you. I'm sorry to use Jim again. Yes, it is Jim from the games.
He's
Yeah.
afraid of us.
Yeah, Jim has been very quiet this entire time.
remember.
And Jim is like,
I want Hyacinth to wave, and then he's like,
he's like, well, the only village that's near this area would be the Mer village by the river that leads down to the ocean. Is that the village you're talking about?
"That's where they're taking the kids." I
Jim
saw
is-
it. I saw it in my dreams, and I.
Eh?
What?
You saw it in your dreams? Sorry, he doesn't understand the magic that you're talking about.
Oh,
He's just going like, eh? Because to him, this sounds like a crazy person being like, I saw it in my dream.
that's what she says. I saw it in my dream. I have magic that I can see in my dreams, and there's a village very close, and they were saying that they were going to give the unicorn children to merfolk.
Ooh, this is very important. This is a very important information. Yeah, we're gonna skedaddle back to Ging as soon as we can. So, in that case, carrying a Kong through these jungles, there are still Ember Lions out there. So, yeah, I will leave this big guy to you then. If you do find anything useful out of him, please let us know. But yeah, we'll take the kids back ASAP. We'll prioritize them. Does that sound good? As he points towards Spira, who's still holding the knife. I'm not even gonna make you roll for intimidation on that one.
Thank you.
Sounds fine.
And they're like, all right, kids, come here. Yeah, the unicorn children are a bit scared to leave Spira's side. So yeah, they might need some reassuring. Like, please, no.
Spira is just gonna go to them and hug them all and just like, yeah, I need to make sure that I can find the others, and these two will make sure that you get to your parents safe and sound.
Okay, but if we have to use the call, you will come, right?
Yeah.
The primal ability.
Of course I will.
Yeah. Okay. And they sort of cautiously head over to the two Sonwu. They take a child in each arm, so all 4 children are being carried in by the 2 Sonwu, and they leap onto the treetop canopy top, and they jump from canopy to canopy like really high speed. So yeah, they were some of the fastest scouts that Ying had in his army, and he sent them to you guys to make sure to find out what you guys were getting up to and how things were going. So yay! 4 children officially rescued. Now then, you have your clue. You have your guide. The scouts also pointed in the same direction Hyacinth saw in the dream, so you know roughly where to go. And yeah, Nyx found that convenient note. Give the horses to the bony fishies. It's in a language the Kong can understand. Okay. The Kong are not known for particularly bright brain power.
What does it mean by bony fishy?
Oh yeah, Hyacinth, you've never met a mer
Bony
before.
fishies.
Who here would know? Sylaris, you know about the mer.
Yeah.
Wow. We do have people.
Do the fishes really have bones?
I mean, they can shape-shift and grow their bones, but I'm most afraid of their camouflage techniques because they can blend into their environment. So it's really hard to notice where they are, or notice them just in general.
Do you want to mention the special relationship between the abyssal and mer as well, or do you want to keep that secret?
I think I will keep that secret.
Okay.
Mostly because I don't remember, but
No worries. No worries. If it's important, I'll bring it up when it's important.
okay.
All right. So then, you guys will pack up camp. You've got your 200 gold. You got your level up. And you've got an objective. So it doesn't take long, thanks to the amazing rolls that you guys have been doing, particularly that crit roll on perception. You find the river effortlessly, and yeah, you guys head down the river. It's much easier than trying to force your way through the forest. You noticed before when you were flying over that the bioluminescence of the forest had been decreasing. I want Spira and Sylaris to give me an intelligence roll.
Don't have any intelligence.
I don't have much, but
Okay.
I do not have much.
What? All right.
But I have dexterous tentacles.
Yeah. No
I'm
moments of,
lacking in the brain department.
no moments of inspiration come to either of you during this journey.
Yeah, and both of us do guard, so we're probably pretty tired.
True, very true. Down the river. You can't see it on the map here, but there is a small river that leads down. Everybody give me perception. Sylaris, you notice it first, but the tree to the one side moves ever so slightly. And since you also are aware of the mer's preferred way of hunting, you immediately get the sense that you are walking into a mer ambush. What do you do?
Oh, so I spot one.
Yes, you spotted one.
Yes. So we should stop. So I stop everyone.
Everyone, what do you respond with? Like, Sylaris is just like, stop.
But I'm doing it in a subtle way, like just with gestures and such, trying to
Like a hand up, like
Stop.
What's going on?
Everybody give me another perception roll.
I'm pointing towards the tree.
Okay, I understand.
Holy! Okay. Yes, everybody understands the assignment.
you guys are.
Once the party comes to a stop and they focus, you guys start to notice that there are certain shapes of things that are not quite right, but they blend in just enough that if you're moving, it would seem perfectly fine. But now that the whole party has stopped, you realize that there are about a dozen or so people here. Perfectly still and
The
blended
dust-
into the environment.
How far from us?
You are just a few meters away from the nearest one, and you notice that they're not like the one that you spotted by the tree is their eyes are barely open, so they seem to be watching you with their eyes partially closed while they blend in with the tree.
Behind
Okay,
us?
so can they hear if I just whisper? Probably they will hear us
Probably.
because I'm trying to warn the others that we shouldn't go near them in case they do some kind of bone shifting thingy, because they can attack us if we are within range. They can make a spear out of their hands and such. So we should just, right?
I would assume you would have warned
Or
the
am I-
party while you were traveling before about this, because you did decide to
Beforehand.
share what you
Okay.
knew. Yeah. They can turn their bones into weapons, and if they touch your bones, they can do things to you as well.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You read
No.
the only like redeeming part about this is that they actually have to physically touch your bone. So your bone already has to be external. It's not as OP as
Maybe
being able
they
to.
can
break
stick
any
together
bones,
your
everyone.
broken. Maybe they can stick together your broken ribs for you.
Possible.
That would be nice.
Touch them.
Theoretically, they could.
Yeah.
So you guys are standing there. Everybody's still. They're still. You're still. Nobody's moved yet. What do you do?
You said no combat for today.
Just because they're in ambush position doesn't mean that you're their prey. Maybe they were just hunting.
Should we?
I know. Maybe they are waiting for the kids, the unicorn kids.
That is true.
Can we ask them what they want?
Because right now they're all perfectly still and they think that you can't see them yet.
You just walk next to one like, hey.
But
I'm
Morgana,
gonna like wave.
Okay, so Hyacinth is gonna wave at the one by the tree.
Hi.
When you do that, Hyacinth, you notice the eyes opening ever so slightly more, and their mouth moves, and they're just like, "Gotta scare away the prey."
She's gonna whisper in Sylaris' ear. They're looking for prey.
Yeah,
What's their prey?
I'm not sure, but I don't think that's us.
She's gonna look back at the guy.
really, we're hunting wild boar. They come and drink over here. If you have anything important to say, just go to the village down the road.
Okay. So whisper what the guy said.
you're so cursed.
He said to go to the village because they're hunting boar.
Yeah, I heard them.
Maybe we should go and stop bothering them.
Also, Hyacinth, while you were talking to the myrrh on the tree, for a brief moment, it saw a pair of amber yellow eyes that with slits watching it from your shadow, and its eyes like flicker open wide for a second and then close back down. Like the myrrh's eyes were like, "What the fuck was that?" And then closed its eyes back down.
Was it gonna attack me?
No. Hyacinth, you feel in your shadow, you know that butt wiggle that cats do when they're like excited and they want to pounce on something? Like you sense the amber light in
fish
your
person.
shadow.
Kitty wants fishy. Kitty wants some fishy.
Yeah, but you know, like when a cat spots prey and it gets all excited and ready to jump on it? That's kind of like what the kitten does when it's like, oh, look, something's hiding. Something's hiding and I see it.
I'm gonna try to grab my shadow and be like, Kitty, no, Kitty.
Yeah, it wiggles a little bit, but it doesn't actually leave your shadow. It was just excited. And it gave the poor guy a fright. Like, is that what I think it was? So yeah, you guys are not going into combat with a Mer ambush group, thankfully.
Let's sneak away.
All right,
Can we try deceiving them?
sure. What do you want?
I mean, Morgana said something about the abyssals, so maybe they are sided with them as well. Maybe we can act as if we were sent by the yellow-furred Kong. I don't know his name.
Brackus.
Brackus.
Sylaris, when you try to talk to the Mer again, they're like, I already told you, the village is down the road. Stop ruining my hunt.
Okay.
He's like, The guy has been waiting there for hours. It's like, imagine you're fishing and then some person comes up to you and starts trying to chat to you while you're fishing.
Hi, how are you? How's the fishing going? And then it's like,
please go away.
what is going
You're
good?
scaring away the fishes.
Pretty much.
How can they hear me?
Okay, so I think we should just head towards the village and leave them alone.
Let's go to the village, everyone.
All right. As you guys are leaving, you hear a muffled, "Finally, I thought they'd never leave." And the other guy says, "Calm down." Another one. It's a whole group of them, and they could all see what was going on. And they're just like, dude, you need to
So
work on
want
your.
to see this scene animated.
It's just like,
The one-
finally, they're gone.
The one just is like, "Damn it, Carl, you need to work on your camouflage more." They're all just blaming Carl now.
It's your fault.
We can't take you anywhere. Damn it. I think Carl,
Leave me along.
as you are heading down the road that the ambush Mer so kindly instructed you to head down, you find the clearing starts to get easier. And as you're approaching, you spot these unusually shaped buildings that have large white stony spikes jutting out of the ground with stretched leather walls, making these very large tents and buildings constructions. On closer inspection, you realize that the white stony spikes are actual bone that must have been manipulated by this ability that Sylaris warned the group about. So it seems that the stories about the importance of bone in their culture is true, as even their buildings are made of it. As you enter into the village, you spot several groups of people of various ages and sizes, and most of them are wearing the similar combination of bone and leather as their clothing. It is very primitive in its fashion style, and you can see that just from this alone gives you an indication of how little they care about the curse of humanity and how much they want to retain their old primal ways. So as a species, they haven't really developed civilization that much compared to some of the others, in the sense that they are still living just as their ancestors did. So yes, this is just one Mer tribe in the forest. They notice you, and quite a few raise an eyebrow, but some of them are all evaluating you. Particularly the women are all looking at you in a way that makes you feel like you're being appraised for the value of your bones. You also notice that the women are larger than the men. In the Mer species, the males are actually smaller and tend to do more of the communal group work, whereas the ambushing, hunting, and protection is done by the larger females of the group. Most of the women have about a head height on them. So yeah, the most of the guys are kind of like just small and scrawny. It's the kindest way I can put it. Whereas the ladies have got some muscle on them, because yeah, they tend to be more of the fighters in the Mer species group.
Why are they staring at us?
What does anyone else respond to this?
Spira's just gonna tuck her wings really, really tight. I'm not sure I like the way they look at us.
Why are they staring at us? Hyacinth's gonna whisper to Sylaris.
Don't worry, dear. I'm not staring at you. You have really tiny bones, so you don't have to fear.
But the rest of you?
That's another
I like my bones the way they are, thank you. Except my broken ones, of course.
All right. So as you're walking through the village, discussing about your bones, an individual steps out. A large lady with dark tanned skin from the sun approaches your group, and you can see that she's got several bones clothing that wraps around her neck and her shoulders and her legs and her hips. And you can see she's the most decorated out of all of the Mer you've seen so far. And She walks with a swagger that makes it very clear that she is the top dog around here. She approaches your group and offers a handshake to Sylaris, and it's just go, Tanzin, at your service. And she is expecting you to shake hands with her.
Yes, I shake her hands, Sylaris.
Give me a strength roll right now.
Oof. Strength roll.
Always.
You as well. I mean, Sylaris. Oh, very nice. Okay. I love the fact that we both rolled 13 there. So I'm gonna go with the idea that you guys clap hands with perfect matching strengths, which leaves Tanzin quite impressed. Like, good handshake. Well met. She says as she lets go of your hand, and you can feel like a slight stinging in your hand from that, but it was a good handshake. Tanzin then looks towards the rest of the group and has a raised eyebrow, and it says, well, it's been quite a week for this village. I don't think we've had quite so many unusual guests. So delicious. I forgot to mention, the mer eat other species regardless of whether they're sentient or not. Everybody's on the menu for the mer.
Not I'll never accept food from the burr.
Tanzin looks at you guys and says, so what brings you to my village?
I think I will risk a lie here.
Okay.
So Morgana and Brackus sent us.
Deception roll with advantage. That'll be manipulation, and your deception, and you can roll 2 dice.
Deception.
Yeah, and you can roll 2 dice and pick whichever one is higher. Yeah, advantage is a very nice buff to have. And thank goodness you have it.
Well, I can roll lower. Yes, I knew it.
And why would Lady Morgana send you after the packages have been delivered?
You still missing four of the unicorns, right?
Yep. So where are they?
In a safe place. Only I know.
She raises an eyebrow at this unusual exchange, and she goes, okay, come inside. She waves a hand to the 4 of you and basically gestures towards one of the largest, I don't want to tell you what skin it's made from, but yeah, one of the largest leather tents.
Free leather.
Does anybody want to do a perception check to see what species it could have possibly be, or do you just want to pretend like?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we all just try? I'm curious now.
Okay, perception. Nix, you can add investigation to this if you want, whichever you prefer.
Oh, investigation. That would have been 13.
As you guys are all entering into the tent, Hyacinth and Nix, basically everyone except Spira, when you touch the leather walls as you're walking in, you get the same prickly sensation you felt when you were training at the Seraph Academy with rocks. So yeah, this is dragon leather.
Oh my god, could not be happy here.
Dragon bone is one of the most valuable and prized possessions for the mer. They consider it one of the ultimate hunts. So yeah, as you enter into the tent, you see the skull of a small dragon. It's not tiny, but it's also nothing from like what you saw with rocks. So you can imagine that that this dragon may have been like a teenager when it was taken down, but it's in its primal form. So it's a primal bone skull. The frame around it that's holding it up and displaying it proudly in Tanzin's home also seems to be made of it's the same color bone. So she's used her bone shifting ability to build basically a frame to display the skull. She looks up at it with pride and says, do you like it? I mean,
Hyacinth's just shaking in her boots.
She
must have took a lot of power to take down a dragon.
Oh yeah, I lost almost my entire hunting pack, and I almost lost my arm as well. She gestures towards this horrific scar that's going a lot, like all the way up and down her arm, which looked to be like teeth marks all the way down her arm, as if she'd used her, almost sacrificed her left arm to stop a dragon from biting it.
Remarkable.
Ah yes, well, if we start talking about that hunt, we'll be here all day. Starmie, we have guests. Bring some tea. You see a very scrawny man appear. He has a deep bluish tinge to his skin. He's very he's short. He's about just under 5, about 5'1". Yeah, about 5'1". He basically scurries out and is like, "Oh, we have guests, okay?" And he's like, "I'll be right back, honey." As he runs to make you guys some beverage.
I kind of like this.
She sits down in her leather couch, which just sort of crunches a bit as she sits in like her, because again, she's a big lady. She's about 6 foot. So yeah, she crunches into her favorite couch and it sort of springs back up and down a little bit. It's also made of bone and leather. Different kind of leather, probably a smaller animal, maybe a bear. But yeah, she crunches down in her couch.
Just casually a bear.
Yeah, and you guys, there's a couch for you guys to sit on as well. So yeah, take a seat. She stretches. She reaches over to a bowl and basically pulls out what looks to be a dried fish and immediately bites like half of it off in a go. She picks up a bowl and passes it to you guys, and you see that there are dried like fish sticks. They are literal fishes that you can like eat, bones and all. You don't have to eat them, but Sylaris, you know they are delicious.
She shakes her head.
I believe them.
Okay.
I'll try.
Okay.
Why not? They're fish, right?
Yeah, they are fish. They are not other things. They're just regular river fish. For Sylaris, this is a rare treat because getting
It's a
freshwater
delicacy,
fish, yeah,
yes.
freshwater fish is very hard to get in the bottom of the ocean. So yeah, it's delicious for Sylaris.
I'm definitely eating them.
For Nyx, for you, it's pretty good fish. It's pretty good fish. The Kitsune also have a similar method of preserving fish, although they use salt, whereas it seems that the Mer here prefer to sun dry their fish more. But yeah, it's pretty good. And the blue scrawny man comes back out with several cups, and he's just like, "Oh, hi everybody, how you doing?" As he passes a cup to Tanzin, and she's just like, "Thank you, Starmie," and she sort of like pats him on his back and rubs it a little bit, you know, just like, "I love you." And he like
Like this.
he very quickly sort of like bounces away, but with a bit more perk in his step, where he's like, as he goes back to like maybe make more tea or snacks. You have no idea where he's going. Now that we've had some snacks and some drink, what brings you to my village? She takes a gulp of the tea. It's like a pine kind of tea where it's just the leaves steeped in hot water. So it's not the best tea in the world, but I mean, yeah, it is technically tea. So
I have some vitamins in it as well.
yeah.
Spira is gonna drink it a lot.
Sylaris, she asks this question specifically to you because she's assuming that you're leading this group.
Yeah, we are looking for Morgana and Brackus because they ran away with our payment.
Oh.
We agreed upon a certain amount and they just ran away, so I'm not handing them over the unicorns until they pay me.
Okay, give me another deception roll with advantage.
I really needed that advantage.
Oh my god. Yeah, good.
Oh my god, no! It's a 1 and a 2. I can't. Can't. With this.
Oh no.
My love.
Oh no.
She leans forward and she goes, Sylaris, first you said that you came here by Morgana. And now that we sat down, you said you're looking for Morgana. So, which one is it?
Yeah, when we first agreed, the agreement said that I should deliver the unicorn kids here. But because they ran away with my payment, which we agreed that half of it would be paid up front, then yeah, I think maybe you know where they are. I mean, Morgana and Brackus.
I'm just the intermediary. I deliver packages between parties. I don't get involved directly with the clients themselves. That's what we specialize in. We do the pickups and the drop-offs between agents. So if you have a problem with the clients or the receivers of the package, you'll have to take it up with them.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, but I don't know where to find them.
Well, I've only met Lady Morgana once, and from what I understand of this Brackus fellow, that he was the one that was meant to deliver the packages to us for delivery to another agent. So yes, if you can't find them, it's very unlikely that they're going to come to me. My role in this is to simply be a funnel.
Yeah, so you haven't met them recently.
No, it's been a few months since this whole arrangement was agreed upon. The same day the brother went into the circle.
And who is the receiver of said package? Maybe you can help me finding the receiver, and maybe they saw either Morgana or Brackus, and I can just deliver the unicorns to them.
She smiles a little bit. And she just goes, something's fishy here, and I don't think it's Starmie. Why would you want to know the agents? Some of these things are not adding up, Sylaris. You know what? I kind of like you. So why don't we have a Krathga?
A what?
Give me an intelligence for your memories. This is going to be some obscure
Don't have
merfolk.
intelligence.
It's going to be some obscure Hey, it
Yeah.
kicks in. Good. A Krathga
Oh.
is a merfolk tradition, a bonding ritual, but it's also kind of like a duel. So no magic, no weapons, just a pure wrestling match. And whoever is defeated has to yield to the request of the other. So yeah, basically you just have to make them concede. It was to first blood or yielding. Those are the two victory conditions for a Krathga. So she's offering, basically saying like, I know that you're trying to get info out of me, and normally we would not reveal client information. However, there's a loophole here. If you can beat me in Krathga, you can get what you want. Because she likes you.
Okay. Okay, I'm in.
She looks at the other three of you
Alright.
guys and is just like, you also want a Krathga?
I would die.
Okay.
I'm so
All right. She pleasantly
so funny.
She pleasantly pops out of her comfy couch. She grabs another one of the fish snacks, and she's just like, Starmie, Krathga time! The husband, like, pokes his head out from around the corner again. He's like, I'll tell the whole village. Then he runs out the front door.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long, but soon the entire party finds themselves standing by a town fire. And a crowd is gathered as Tanzin and you guys approach. A circle is drawn in the sand, similar to when you were with Ging Kong. You know, in the Ging Kong's final challenge, where you have to push him out the circle. However, in this case, it's just the wrestling space, so that to prevent any cowards. Like, it's different in like leaving the circle is not a victory condition, but running out of the circle is a losing condition. So yeah, no running away from a Krathga. Sylaris.
Okay.
Does anybody else in the party want to give like Sylaris some kind words or emotional support or anything like that?
You can win this.
Maybe a slight buff.
Don't lose this. Don't lose this abyssal.
Yes, I know it.
Hide a fey in your head.
Don't lose this abyssal.
And then Hyacinth is then
Says
put
the Kitsune
on,
with 5 broken ribs.
is put on Spira's shoulder.
Okay.
You'll define Sylaris.
All right. So
I
then
will try my best.
Can do it.
you see several of the males, have taken out drums and they start beating a rhythmic pattern like a dun 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 dun. And you see a lot of the female members of the tribe are stamping their feet as well in a offbeat rhythm as well. So it creates quite an intense vibration in the forest that resonates through your body. Like it gets you feel yourself like getting pumped by it, but it's not magical. It's just hype for the Krathga. You can feel the excitement and the energy of the village. It's been a while since anybody has accepted a Krathga with Tanzin or challenged her to one. So yeah, the village is quite excited about this. Tanzin, however, she's walking in with a leather skin cloak all around her. And as she approaches the ring with you standing in it, she shakes off the coat, which drops to the floor. And you can see that she's changed into a much more streamlined outfit, which is got minimum cloth and bones. And basically you can just see all of the muscle fiber. She cracks her knuckles and she's like, oh, this is going to be a good Krathga. I haven't had one with an abyssal in ages. She lowers herself into a sort of sumo wrestler stance. Her legs are wide and her hands are both up and ready. Sylaris!
I gulp
Initiative roll.
visibly.
Initiative roll.
It's just a plain D20, right? The initiative.
Yeah. Add your highest stat to it. Add your
Oh.
highest attribute, yeah.
Oh, then it's a 6.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you go first. How are you going to do this? You're both standing in the ring. You can't push her out to win. It's a case of either first blood or yielding.
Can I use my tentacles or
Yeah.
it would be considered as cheating?
Nope. This is all like body to body. Like in the Krathga, you know that even in a Krathga, using the primal abilities are also off limits. So they won't use their bone shaping, and you won't use your hallucinogenic voice properties.
But I can still use my tentacles. For example, I want to try to choke her?
Yep, you can do that.
By coiling my tentacles around her neck?
Well, first you got to get into her space. You got to charge her.
Yeah, but this would be a viable option, so it's not considered cheating, right?
Nope. If she passes out, it'll count as her yielding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna go with the head tentacles, right? So
yes, I will approach her and try to.
So strength, dexterity, and head tentacle. Oh my goodness, that's plus 20 to your roll. What the frick? 37 without a Hyacinth buff. Okay.
My God.
So yeah, you charge in at Tanzin and you slam into her. It feels like you just ran into a tree. However, you do not waste a moment as your head tendrils grapple all around, not just their throat, but also around their shoulders and everything. Okay, her turn. Okay, she laughs a moment as she wraps her arms around your back to give you a hug. Give me a stamina roll quickly because she's about to squeeze.
Just
yeah,
a stamina.
Stamina and strength. Stamina and strength.
I think I want to B-star me.
Oh my goodness, yes, you
I'm kind of jealous.
Right? Plus
This is
she's
your-
in skimpy clothes.
You're thin.
I want to B-star me.
So you managed to combine the use of your head tendrils that you're using to restrict her arm movements, plus you're using your resistance on your back and muscles and everything, so that as she's trying to put you into a squeeze, it doesn't seem to have an effect on you as you're holding out against her. She actually puts out a laugh and she's just like, so that handshake wasn't a fluke. As she starts like trying to push forward. It's your turn now.
I think I will also try to squeeze around my tentacles around her neck, because I don't think I can do anything else. Because
Your hands are still free, by the way.
yeah,
And this is a wrestling/brawl.
yeah, but what should I do?
What do you want to do?
I mean, she's massive, so I don't think I can make her off balance.
The
And
bigger they are, the harder they fall.
yeah, but
And she is pushing against you as
the
well.
harder is to make them off balance.
You rolled insanely well with the choking thing, but it's going to take a while to choke her out. So she, it is having an effect, but it's not instant.
Maybe I can aim for her leg and try to make her trip.
So like a
fall.
sweep, so like a judo kind of sweeping
Yeah.
pull. Okay, so
Yeah,
using
yeah,
her
yeah.
momentum against herself. I'll let you use your martial prowess this time because you would be trained in this kind of stuff as well. So yeah, martial prowess plus your strength and dexterity. So that's another plus 20.
It's a plus 20.
That level up is scary.
God.
Oh, that was almost a 1. That was almost a 1.
It's not that much better, but
Okay, it works. You as she's pushing forward, you put a sweeping kick, which she wasn't fully expecting, and the momentum brings the two of you slamming to the ground because your head tentacles are still gripped around her throat. However, you're on top of her. Took the brunt of the throw into the dirt. So she slams into the dirt, and it's now her turn. Yeah, she tries to wrap her legs around you to put into a lock, but it slips in the sand and doesn't manage to put a lock around you. It's your turn now. She really whiffed that. She rolled a 2.
she's face down in the sand and my tentacles are around her neck.
Yes.
I am basically sitting on top of her and I want to restrain her hands behind her back. So
Okay, give me that martial roll plus. Okay. Holy. I don't think she's going to be able to resist that one. No. Okay, you've got her hands in that position. However, it is her turn now. Okay. She starts standing up despite you holding her hands in that position. And as you're trying to put resistance against it, you hear a pop as her shoulder dislocates and she does a sweeping kick towards you. Give me a dodge.
dodge? What is a dodge?
It'll be acrobatics.
What should I
Sorry.
add?
Sorry, acrobatics
Acrobatics.
and dexterity.
It's a plus. Oh, it's 11 then.
Oh, okay. So it connects with you. So it's your turn to get the sweeping kick. So you let go of her arm, but you're able to catch yourself on your hands. However, your head tentacles do let go of her throat. But you see that she swings her dislocated shoulder and her arm pops back into place just from the momentum of her throwing her shoulder to the side. So she reconnects her shoulder. She's like, been a while since I've had to do that one. Yeah.
So hot.
But she does take like a deep breath where she's like, because she hadn't been breathing that entire time that you were. Yeah, so she's breathing heavily. It is your turn again because she spent her action basically like relocating her shoulder and catching her breath. But yeah.
I think I will aim towards her neck again.
Okay.
And try to...
Head tentacles, but it's plus 20, so same as before.
Oops. I'm sorry, it was hidden.
That's fine. What was the result? Okay.
35.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is...
You fall like a cat, but the moment you touch the floor, you bounce back up and your tendrils wrap all around. Like some of them go around her throat. She grabs 2 of your tendrils with her hands and she tries to squeeze them, but it's not enough to stop them. There's just too many of them. So yeah, she decides to, which one is it going to be? She decides to go for a headbutt. I don't think you can really dodge this one. So give me block, strength and stamina in this case. And we can add in your martial prowess as well because you're using it like defensively. So, woo, very nice. Okay.
Okay, then it's a plus 10. So it's 34.
All right. So no way. You crack heads against each other with pretty much the same strength as well. So yeah, you guys negate the blow. For a moment, you wonder if you would what would happen if both of you started bleeding? Like what happens in a Krathga if both bleed at the same time? However, when she pulls her head back, you notice that she's not bleeding and neither are you because there's no blood on her head either. So yeah, you guys smashed heads in just the right way. You do feel like a ringing going on in your head, but how's she doing with the oh no. Okay, yeah, you notice that her face is going a similar shade to Starmie. A slight shade of blue. Yeah, she barely had a chance to catch her breath after you let go of her. So it is now your turn. Do you tighten your grip?
Yeah, I will reinforce my grip.
Okay, give me a roll. Okay, so she doesn't panic, but you can see that she's getting she's actually dead serious now because she can't breathe at all. And she punches you straight in the solar plexus. Give me a stamina roll.
Stamina plus 2.
Okay, it knocks the wind out of you, but it's not enough to stop you from breathing, but it really freaking hurt. But your grip is iron. She tries to punch you a few more times, but you notice that the punches are getting weaker and weaker and to the point where it's not even having an effect on you until eventually she drops to both knees and passes out without falling over. So when you let go of her grip, she's still on the floor there, but unmoving. You won the Krathgar. Congratulations. Yay.
My God.
Starmie runs over in a bit of a panic and he has like a small fan that he's using to fan her to try and bring her back. And he
wake up.
Yeah, he shakes her a little bit, and after a brief moment she starts breathing again and catches her breath and is like, oh, okay. Congratulations, Sylaris. You won the Krathgar. And the crowd is a bit shocked.
Can I extend my arms and kind of help her stand up?
Yes, you can. She accepts.
Okay.
She accepts the hand up, and yeah, she likes you more than ever now. She's just like, I wish I could bring you on my next hunt. She basically says, it's rare to find someone so reliable. The drumming that had stopped after the Krathga had ended resumes, but it's now a different rhythm as it's more of a celebration as the town people start gathering food and start bringing it together, and basically the whole town is going to have a mini feast as well because it's been a while since they had such a dramatic Krathga. Usually it's just a very quick scuffle, whereas the Krathga with their leader, and it was a very entertaining fight as well. So how does everybody else feel about this? You just witnessed this one-on-one battle.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Very awesome, and Spira is very impressed by Sylaris.
Yeah, Sylaris, your stomach hurts from getting punched by
Yeah, it hurts.
Tanzin so much. Not a broken ribs, but yeah, actually Starmie steps up and is just like, is anybody injured? Does anybody need medical attention?
Oh, you're a healer.
Yeah, I'm the healer of the village. I specialize in treatments.
I'm fine. It hurts a little bit, but I don't think my ribs are broken. So.
My ribs are broken.
Yeah.
Wow, that diss from Sylaris was like, my ribs are not broken.
Yeah.
Starmie.
You may have 3 of your tails already, but
Starmie gestures to Nix and is like, "Oh, if you've got broken bones are the easiest. Come with me. As he gestures back towards the house.
Well, this hurt. Ah!
Bring the butterfly
I
too.
have a broken jawbone.
Oh, everybody's injured except for the abyssal. Okay. And he runs off. As the three of you go back to the house, Tanzin just slaps Sylaris on the back of the shoulder and is like, "Don't worry, I lost my first party as well when she was hunting the dragon." As for everyone else, you are back and in the room. Starby is offering for each person to lie down on the couch one by one.
Would Hyacinth count? Because she doesn't really have any broken bones. It's just kind of like, it's her wing, and her wing doesn't have any bones, and neither does her antennae.
But he can still treat you in other ways. It's not just bone stuff. That he's the town healer as well. So he would apply some ointments and some special myrrh medicines to help with the swelling and everything. It's different to what Spira knows and has done before, but you do find that it does help soothe a lot of the swelling as well. You'll get a bonus to the recovery of your flight ability.
Yay.
Who wants to be healed? Who wants to have their bones healed first? Nix or Spira?
Spira.
Okay. Spira, you lie
Heal
down.
the healer.
She wants to be
Very selfless to Spira.
She wants to be safe, basically.
Okay. So Spira, you lie
Heal
down on
the
the couch.
healer, so then the healer can heal.
Yeah, that too. She also wants to learn from.
He asks, okay, so where is the break? Where is the fracture?
So Spira points to her jawbone and just like here, I got a punch right there. So it's broken this way.
Okay, and he lifts up his small hand, and you notice that the tip of his finger, a sharp point comes out of it as you realize he's changed the shape of the bone and the tip of his finger into a small, almost needle-like device. And he's like, "This will allow me to touch your bone, okay?" He says, he also says, "Would you like any cosmetic changes as well while we're at it?" He's
No cosmetic. It's fine.
I mean, I can give you like the jawline of your dreams if you want. He's like, okay, just repairs. Fine. As he leans forward, he asks Hyacinth to pass over some of the medicinal moss mixture he'd used on your wings. He says, this will help numb the area as well. So he takes it from you, Hyacinth. Yeah, and he holds it against Spira's cheek for a few moments, and it feels cold, but when he removes it, it has that numb, tingling sensation, like you can't feel anything in the area anymore. So he pushes the bone needle through your skin. You feel the skin resist and then like break, but you don't feel any of the pain of it actually happening. You do, however, hear a chink as bone hits bone. And then the weirdest sensation as it feels like as if your bone has been turned into a rippling wave in your jaw as it restructures and reconnects and smooths out again. He very quickly pulls his finger back out and actually uses the cloth, the moss mixture to clean the bone as well. He's like, "Well done. There we go. That was easy." Like I said, the bones are the easiest ones for us, Mer.
Thank you. And Spira just very quickly just make sure that it's whole.
Yep, your jaw feels perfectly fine. You open and close it a few times, the pain is gone, and the tooth is reset back in place as well. It seems you also did a bit of dental.
And then it just nods at Nix like, "Yep, it's safe."
I put like thumbs up.
So, the Kitsune, where do you need this?
And then I like gestures to where my ribs are.
You got 5 broken ribs. He opens up his hand, all 5 fingers, and 5 needles come out at once, and he's just like, all at the same time or one at a time? All at the same time or one at a time? Which would you prefer?
Let's go. All at the time.
Okay.
All at once.
Could the others help me apply some of the moss as well?
Just he's too scared to watch.
So
Yeah, I can help. It's fine.
okay, so he numbs the area and then with one hand jams all 5 bone needles into your ribs. the, the same rippling sensation goes through, and while he's doing this, he also says, "Any cosmetic changes?" I know it's a bit late to ask, but no.
I can't hear you over here screaming.
No, okay, fine. And he pulls his hand back out. And he's like, "There you go, easy peasy. Bones are back in place."
I was hoping you'd be like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, this was the fastest and weirdest medical treatment.
I'm side-eyeing them, then no cosmetic changes can make them any better, so...
I'm not supposed to be laughing at this.
No, well, I'm kind of just laughing and side-eyeing that no, it's hopeless. Kitsune cannot be any better with a cosmetic changes. Excuse me.
Ooh. If you thought my bone shifting was scary, you should see Tanzin. It's beautiful. When all of those spikes come out of her spine and she just throws herself against the dragon, that was when I fell in love with her.
Crying.
I can see that she's a very fierce warrior.
Yeah, the greatest. As you can see, he's swooning a little bit as he sways from side to side, just thinking back on the memories of his wife becoming a whirlwind of death.
Yeah,
Well, his soon-to-be
Spira
wife.
tries to be very supportive, but she finds it very creepy.
Just love, and you're just.
How wonderful.
Everybody give me a perception roll. Everybody notices from the corner of one of the rooms in the tent, you notice a small pair of eyes that are similar to Sylaris's, watching the group from the shadows of the room. And a abyssal child steps out and says, "Starmie, are you done yet? Who are these people?"
Wow.
Another abyssal?
But I think that's where we should leave it for today because my internet can't handle it.
Okay.
Okay.
The next episode should be right here. Thanks for watching.